Going live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Livestream with me, Dr. Aparajita Jeedigunta, founder and CEO of AJ Rao LLC and the creator of the upcoming C3EB Summit. I have a very special guest here tonight, one of our speakers for the C3EB Summit. And a little bit of a backstory before I introduce our speaker today. When I found out about her and her story through this other network that I'm a part of, the New Leaders Council Network, hashtag NLC family, I just knew I had to get her to be a speaker in the summit one way or another, and I made it happen. So I'm very excited to bring to you Sheba Williams, founder and CEO of NoLef Turns Incorporated. Sheba Williams was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. She is a Norfolk State University alum with a bachelor's degree in business management. She has professional licenses in cosmetology and barbering and her master's instructor license, which I'm going to pick your brain about, maybe not in this live, but eventually. In 2012, Sheba began working exclusively as a mobile barber stylist, traveling to clients anywhere from DC to NC. Meeting so many people from different walks of life and being actively involved in so many community service projects, Sheba found that more people than she realized had at least one thing in common with her. I'm going to stop there because that's a teaser. What that one thing was, you will find out at the C3EB Summit when I read her full bio and, she gets to share her full story. But for now, Sheba, thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
You are so welcome. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm excited about the summit. Can't wait to meet everybody. Everything is virtual, so can't wait to meet people and connect with everybody across the country.
Yeah. And actually, our content specialist is going to be contacting you soon because the next article she's coming up with is directly related to your talk. But of course, we don't want to give things away, so I'll leave it at that. What I want to start off with is, I know I left it at a cliffhanger there, but so without giving too much stuff away, what drives you? Because I've heard so much about you from Dr. Matthew Carter. Like, he raves about you. He absolutely raves about you. And so many other NLC Virginia folks as well. So obviously, you are somebody who makes a tremendous amount of impact in your local community. You know what I mean? Like the fact that so many other people told me about you before I ever spoke with you. What is your drive? Like, what drives you to be this vehicle for such an enormous amount of social impact?
So I think the biggest thing is just trying to make sure that everybody has the same opportunities, or everybody has a fair shot at life, just in general. I work so hard because I know that, people go through things and there are so many barriers that keep people from being successful. I just try to ease some of that for a lot of people. And it just happens to be a ton of people. So that's what drives me, just making sure that other people are good, just in general.
Wow. Yeah, that gave me goosebumps because, as you know, that was my big why behind starting, moving forward with the C3EB Summit. And even though people had told me, oh, postpone it, you'll get better sponsorships, you'll get da. I'm like, no. It's got to happen now. And it's got to be accessible to as many people as possible. That's the bottom line, So that was my big why. And I think you knew that when I spoke to you of what I was trying to accomplish, because I didn't hold anything back in my transparency of, hey, here's what I'm trying to create. This is my very first time. I need your help. And I would be so honored if I could have that in the form of you speaking so that I can bring this message to the maximum amount of people possible and have the maximum amount of impact. So that you knew that. I've never heard about, I don't know why you agreed. So what was your big why behind truly honoring me? Because given what you do, the fact that you're contributing this time and your expertise is so huge. What made you say yes?
So hearing your passion is one thing. You can feel a person's passion when they are truly passionate. And I think that for far too long, I have been quiet. I'm a worker bee. I like to do the work. I like to stay behind the scenes. But I am coming out of my shell and realizing that sharing my story helps move things along and help other people step out there and say, hey, I am worthy. So that's my why in a nutshell. I know I'm giving you guys a very slight amount, but you have to join us to get the full story because it's good. You don't want to miss like where these passions come from. They connect a world of people to a world of happiness and joy and success and being able to thrive. And that's my why in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think it's also fair, without giving anything away, it's also fair to say that you had that taken away from you and you had to build that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you've actually walked that walk of rebuilding everything. And so you're not just coming from a place of like some sort of like theoretical, academic, this is what we think. You're actually coming from a place of lived experiences and I walk this walk and this is what it takes.
So people have to know that I am all of the above. I am an academic. I am a
Yeah.
professional. But I had some challenges and I am still working through overcoming. And I relate to what other people deal with and go through. And I want people to know that it's okay
Mm-hmm.
and they are worthy as well. So that's the journey that we're going to go on in this summit. And I, hope everybody will join us and get some motivation to do something. Just pick up something and help someone somewhere.
Absolutely. And that actually leads me really well to my next question. Um, and it's interesting that you say, because of course I couldn't reveal that you're all of the above without reading their full bio, which would then give so
Yep.
much of it away. But obviously, intersectionalities play such a huge part of this, right? So coming from that kind of, as we think about intersectionalities and as we think about the importance of all of these layers, is there a teaser you can give us, our listeners and our viewers today about how maybe the idea of these layers and the idea of so many different facets of you ties into what you're going to be talking about in the summit?
So I will share that we're in a pivotal moment in our country. And for centuries and decades, there have been silenced voices. We have the Black Lives Matter movement and all of the protests and all of those things that have come to a flashpoint. And this is my moment. Like this is something that uplifted me and said, I had a heart to heart with myself and it said, this is where you need to be to position others to change the world. We have so many things that impact people. There's homelessness, there is lack of education, and so many things that intersect. That right now in this moment, this was the moment that I was awakened to
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, your story needs to be told in order to move a nation. So
Absolutely.
that's it. This very moment in time, what all of us are seeing and going through, there have been people who have been seeing and going through those things for a long time. Um, we're just in the highlighted moment of making things change. So I hope everybody will kind of join us and being a part of history.
Yeah.
This is real history, and this is a real time for changing the course of our worlds.
Mm-hmm. And just since COVID started, and this is something first that Dr. Matthew told me, and then I found on your social media. So just since COVID started, you have literally changed the worlds of 300 plus people, right? What is the latest number?
So we're at about 375 now, which is crazy because in a year's time, we usually serve about 300 people. Since March, I'll say early April, we've worked with about 375 people, which is huge for a very, very grassroots organization where their leader is not paid,
Right.
But I've been out in the world and helping with COVID stuff because no matter where you come from and what walk of life or what you deal with, COVID has impacted you some type of way. And I've seen so many people step up and be neighbors and be community. And that was lacking before COVID. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm just waiting for this virus to, go away and spread. But I think for me, it has really shown me who my real neighbors are. All across the world, because I've connected with people through Zoom, which drives me crazy because I'm all zoomed out. But Zoom has connected me with people all over the world.
Yeah.
And it's shown that there are really people who care about their community and their neighbors. And that was lacking before COVID, to be completely honest. So, it's been a lot of work, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah. And your organization is a not-for-profit organization. And it's NoLefTurns.org, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. All right. So for anybody who wants to get a teaser, like a behind the scenes of what our amazing speaker, Sheba Williams, does, please do go to NoLefTurns.org and please donate everything that you can, because what Sheba Williams does is absolutely critical to the movement toward equity, belongingness, and intentional inclusion. So with her resources and with everything that she has already affected and transformed the lives of 375 people since COVID has started. So obviously she's effective. I don't need to wax poetic about that. Her work speaks for itself. What I will say is that I truly believe that this is an enormously important cause that we should invest in as a society, as the American society. So if you can, please go to NoLefTurns.org and donate whatever you can. Any amount you can donate will help somebody, because that is what Sheba Williams is about. And that much I can tell you based on all of the testimonies, not even testimonials, all of the testimonies I've gotten about her and all of the proof I see of her making the impact that she does in communities that she is a part of. So please help out where you can. And Sheba, thank you so much for being here. And I hope that didn't give too many things away. I really hope. We'll find out.
So there's one T.
Go ahead.
There's one T. NoLef Turns.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it has two.
I think that was autocorrect. I am so sorry.
All good. It happens all the time.
Right.
But there's a story behind that too. And I'll share it later.
All right. Come to the summit to hear the story. Okay. NoLef Turns. That's one T. And I've known this. I didn't even realize autocorrect changed it because I know I typed in one T. But to hear Sheba Williams' full story and to hear about the impact she is having on the communities and the localities around her, please register at www.c3eb.com. And we will see you at the summit. We are so excited. This is going to be a very powerful talk. I can't even say enough about what she was going to say. Like, I'm just so thankful that you agreed, Sheba. Thank you so much. Oh, we do have a comment. Oh, thank you, Prasadania. That's my like older brother by another mother. So he just joined in. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you join us for Sheba's presentation at the C3EB Summit. Please register and invite your friends. It is a free summit. We are trying to make it accessible for everybody possible. So we will see you August 26th through the 28th. And thank you again, Sheba.
You're very welcome. I can't wait to see everybody.
I know, me too.
Bye.
All right. We'll be back soon.